I can't see a thing. It looks bottomless. Sharp enough to split a hair in two. I dare not imagine getting in the way of its swing.
How did you find me? I thought you already left town.
You can thank God for that.
There's no time. We must get out of here. I don't know where Retter is, but I fear he... No, not anymore. Please.
I'm everywhere. I see and hear everything.
What do you want?
Where is Nermin?
I don't know that man.
More importantly, where is the book?
What book? Your body is yellow because of the robe, but you have a face.
My face is a mask.
Someone told me moon ghouls have yellow bodies and shadows instead of faces. So what are you?
I am the king. You, that worm at your feet, the child on the pier. You all are slaves to Kasag. Get down, crawl like a worm. Start praying to that god of yours.
Please, we only want Victoria.
You wouldn't be here if that was the case. Facing the final moments of your existence. Tell me where Nermin is, and your agony will be brief. Give me the book, and your soul will be left to wander free. Don't do it, and you will be tortured until the last drop of blood has left your body. You will be then sent to Achrizath to serve Kasag.
I know you talked to Victoria last night.
She was asked the same questions, and she refused to talk, just like the two of you. Things would have been different for everyone if she did her part.
What part? We came in this town to find...
It hurts, I know. You should blame her.
Didn't you hear the chief of police? Victoria and Nermin have disappeared.
Norin is insignificant. A blind follower of that god of yours. You know exactly where they are hiding.
I don't know what book you're talking about. Nikolai, do you?
The Sekfra. I already told him. I don't know anything about it.
The long-lost occult book.
The original was destroyed by the Inquisition.
It was, until a new one was written, enriched with secrets beyond your earthly realm, and more powerful than your silly little Bible. You know where it is, and you know what will happen if you don't give it to me. I'm giving you the last chance to speak up. And don't try to escape. Give up the book, or tell me where it is.
I should do something, but what? God help me! I have your book.
You worthless pig! You will regret... Mitvare! Kortsi! Achrizar! Twitch!
help me tie him up.
Kasag sees you! He knows what you did!
Let's get out of here. There's another lever at the top of the stairs.
Remember, there can be only one God. Nothing in this pocket, and nothing in here. Wait, interesting. A key. Maybe we'll need it.
Good idea to search him. Let's leave this place. Now.
I've already searched him thoroughly. I can't see a thing. It looks bottomless. Are you sure about this?
If I have to choose between two nightmares, I'll take the one in my head. You should get some rest too.
I'm going to lay on the couch downstairs. Not really. As soon as he falls asleep, I'm getting out of here.
When I close my eyes, I can still see the pendulum getting closer with each breath.
What happened in the lodge?
It was that detective. He deceived us. He pushed us into this trap. Thank God we split. We would have been both dead by now if we had.
How did Kotar manage to take you away?
I don't know. He just appeared in front of my eyes. And then everything went dark. From then on, my mind kept phasing in and out, so... I don't remember much. Until I was awakened by these appalling screams. He was skinning a man. Alive. Impaled on a stake.
Who was that skinned man?
During one of the conscious phases, I remember seeing him in the boat. He had no skin on his face, and no eyes. It was impossible to know his identity. He was a living corpse.
What happened in the watermill?
I don't want to talk about it.
You are drained of energy. Your face is ghastly pale, and you barely talk. But you don't seem physically injured, so what happened?
I'm not certain we killed him, Benedek. Can death die?
You heard his screams at the end. That man is no longer part of this reality.
I think he cursed me. He said so many words in an ancient language, and then with every word that came out, there was a weight inside. It was becoming heavier, unpleasant, until unbearable. He was trying to curse my soul, Benedek. He wanted me to let it go.
You are here. You survived. Calm down now. No need to talk about it anymore. There should be no more doubt, even for you. Victoria is involved in the horrors of this place.
She's not. You heard Hatur. He said that she was asked the same questions about Nairman in a book, which means she was captured and tortured too.
That man was lying, and he never said she was tortured, just that he asked her the same questions. Why did she rent the house for 3 nights? We were supposed to leave together immediately the next day.
I don't know. She just said to me we were going to stay more. I thought she was just joking. You know her.
No, I don't know her. Not anymore. It was Lucia. The owner of this cozy house who told me it was rented for that long. Why would she stay this long? And without telling us, if not for obscure intentions?
She's not guilty, Benedek. For God's sake, it's your sister we're talking about.
Did you know that Victoria and Kotar had a friendly conversation in the woods last night?
Who told you that?
Madame Vera, the neighbor.
In the woods?
I went in there and found fresh footprints near a mass of human remains. Can you explain that?
It could have been someone else, or that neighbor is lying.
Remember what Mostov said before letting us go? Kotar was looking for Victoria last night, before the incident at the castle.
I don't believe anyone. She had nothing to do with those atrocities.
To sum up, and please don't interrupt me. Victoria and Nerman disfigured the mayor to worship a malignant deity. I'm getting sick just by saying this, but the mayor was Nerman's father, so you can imagine what kind of monster he is. She dragged me into this town claiming that we would be staying just one night, but she actually rented the house for 3 nights. Did she plan to sacrifice me to her new master? Maybe even the both of us. Kotar knew her, a man who called himself the king of a cannibal tribe. Maybe she has that book he was looking for. Maybe she just didn't want to tell him where Nerman is. All I know, a man that evil would have killed her in the woods if they didn't have a mutual agenda. Victoria left God and became what our parents feared she could be. She murdered that man in the Carcassa forest, and she murdered her unborn child.
She did not. Our child is not dead.
I already saw that in our family. Victoria became what our parents feared she could become. Our aunt.
She never told me anything bad about your aunt.
She murdered her unborn child too.
Murdered? That's impossible. Victoria would never have kept such a secret from me.
Nikolai, she kept her mouth shut because she's afraid of becoming just like our aunt.
Enough. Leave. You can say whatever you want. I know my wife is just a victim in this story. She's a good person.
You should rest now. But first, let me just ask you what...
Why did you choose to stay? You don't care about your sister. Even less about me.
To find the truth. It's my responsibility to know what happened and to understand why she did it. Victoria became what our father hated. I want to know why.
Well, it couldn't be simpler. The truth is right in front of you. You're just too blind to see it. What was that you wanted to ask me?
In the watermill. You said to Kotar you came into this town to find something. What exactly? Kotar said Kasag knows what you did. What did he mean by that? Don't answer. I just wanted to see your face while asking. I'll find the truth eventually. I should pay a visit to Mostov. He has a lot to explain and surely knows more about what's going on. It's a risk going there after what happened to Kotar. And there's still the chance they could take me in. But I think I'm out of options. This bookshelf was full of books before. A lot of them are missing now. I can see the accursed symbol in complete darkness from up here, without kneeling down. We left it on the table, with its front side facing the wall. Now it's up again, looking at me with those mean eyes. For some reason, someone decided to wrap the carpet and put it here. I should leave him to rest. I might need him later. This woman eerily reminds me of Victoria in her younger days, back when I could rely on her, instead of having to fear her. The blasphemous basin is destroyed. I approve of the act. Lucia put those matches to good use. There are a few feathers and several burnt beaks among the warm glow of the embers. It's locked. Kotar's key. Maybe it opens his lodge room. Kotar's key. Maybe it opens his lodge room. I'm not going back in there. Excuse me.
What do you want?
Excuse me. Madam?
Hello.
Excuse me.
Sure.
Arson?
My friend, so happy to see you again. How are you? Did my boat serve you well?
It did, yes. We left it over at the lodge's pier. I don't know if you...
Don't worry about it. I don't need it anyway.
He looks and sounds much better after being rid of that leech thing.
So, what can I do for you on this fine evening night?
You look much better, Arson.
Look and feel much younger, too. I can finally walk without losing my breath. I have my taste and smell back, and I'm seeing new things I forgot existed.
I know that you loved him, but...
That malignant thing was nothing but a parasite. He was feasting on my blood and corrupting my soul.
A vampire.
I was blind, Benedek. You came here as a stranger and saved me. How can I ever repay you?
I did what was needed to be done.
God bless you, my savior.
Henry has forgiven you?
Thanks to you. He said he will start visiting me each day again, giving his blessings to the house and to the island. And I am no longer unwanted in the church. I am so happy. I am close to God again.
What about your parents?
They are resting in the basement of my house. I haven't moved them back to the cemetery yet.
Henry doesn't allow it yet.
He does, but You know, even in the darkest of times, we find something good. Something... I wanted to move them back so badly, but now that I'm allowed to, I don't want to anymore.
But why? You can't keep cadavers under your feet, no matter how much they mean to you.
Now that the house is blessed again, it feels much safer here. I don't want them becoming food for the degenerate things that lurk in the shadows. They'll be all right with me. We'll keep each other company.
How well do you know Detective Mostov?
I don't know the man at all. I just helped him with that investigation of his at the lake. And in return, he gifted me. He is responsible! I almost died because of Mostov. Do you think he knew what he was doing?
Maybe, I'm not sure. I get a strange feeling when talking to him, as if he harbors a terrifying secret. That limp and permanently hidden hand within his coat just makes things worse.
Stay away from him.
Excuse me.
Take care, my savior.
It's locked. Only silence and darkness from inside. Those shrubs look poisonous. I'm staying away from it. Nothing to do down there. The pier is desolate, though Arson's boat is still there. Which path should I take? There's a time and place to talk to him. This is not one of them. I have nothing to do in there. I'm sinless. It's locked.